I want to share with you this song. It's a very popular song, and it's been out there for like maybe 2 decades. I don't know. I don't really know, actually. It's a very old song, and it's very popular. And I'm learning the instrument, so, in the book, there's this song here, and a song that I've heard like 1,000 times, and it's the first time that I actually read. I mean, I know clearly what the lyrics are, but this is the first time that I'm reading it, like reading it, rather than just hearing it in a song playing, or just humming it, But I'm reading it, and I just feel, together with the melody, it's just so heart-wrenching. It's just so well written song it is, because you clearly can feel like every emotion that's suppressed here, the sorrow, the melancholy. It's also in there, like knit under the lines. It's like it just feels so, I don't know, it just resonates because I resonate with it. I can translate it for you. How could I where do I put the camera when I play? You don't have to look at it because you don't read it anyways. You will just hear me sing, play it. I'll put you here. It's just a song. I will translate one line and sing it. Okay. I came to your city. That's the first line. Yeah, it should be louder. 我来到你的城市 Walked the path you came and walked. 走过你来时的路 Imagining the days without me. 想象着没我的日子 How lonely you have been. 你是怎样的孤独 Holding the photo you gave me. 那张你给的照片 that familiar street. 熟悉的那一条街 Just without you. 只是没了你的画面 We can't go back to that day. 回不到那天 Would you suddenly appear? 你会不会突然的出现 In a coffee shop near the corner, around the corner. 在街角的咖啡店 I'll bring a smile. 我会带着笑脸 and wave at you, ask how you've been. 挥手寒暄 and sit with you and have a chat. 你坐着聊聊天。How much do I want to see you? For once. 我多么想和你见一面。Look at the change happened to you. 看看你最近改变。Never talk about before. Never talk about the before, the past. No longer talk about the past. 不再去说从前。Only chatting. 只是寒暄。对你说。Say to you, just this line. Say to you this line. Just this line. 对你说一句，只是说一句。Long time no see. 好久不见。I don't know if the company was loud enough because I was focusing on the lyrics and everything. I don't know, when I read the first part, I can imagine a story that happened and I could be involved in it. It says, I came to your city walking the way you came and walked. Imagining the days without me, how lonely you could have been. Holding the photo you gave me. That familiar street, without you, we can't go back to that day. Well, the translation doesn't rhyme, but the lyrics here rhyme every single line, and every time it rhymes, it just hits you harder, like emotionally. But the thing is, the whole lyrics, including the melody, are extremely what's the word? It's not it's suppressive. Yes, it's not like I can feel like how much emotion there is, but the song is just singing in the most plain way possible. Like you can feel this restraint, the restraint that's going on. Like my English isn't good enough to describe what I can feel through this. You can feel like how much he's trying to hold it, because it's sung by a guy. I don't know if it's written by him. I think it's written by a guy, and how much is holding it back, the emotions. It's just so sad. And I can imagine also people that have lost their loved ones. Hearing the song, how much they must feel sad. Imagine the story of, let's say, me. Obviously, it always starts with me, because, well, I am here, and I am, through me, I am reading all this. Like me, I've been lonely all my life, and finally I found someone that loves me. And then we're soulmates, and then suddenly I passed away, and then they listen to this song and they're singing these lyrics. That's exactly the story, and that just makes me feel so. It's just so profound. All the emotions involved, and it's beautiful, and it's heart wrenching. Oh man, it's just so sad, and I can imagine like anybody in the world that has lost their loved one to go sing this song, like
let's say, like a family, for example, lost a family member, and the family came to the deceased person's city and sings, "I came to your city, walking the way you came here, the way that you walked when you came here." Imagining the days without me, how lonely you could have been. Holding the pictures you gave, that familiar street. Just without the picture of you, we can't go back to that day. And would you suddenly appear in the coffee shop around the corner? I'll bring a smile, wave, and talk to you and chat. And how much do I want to see you? I think with the later part, I can imagine the story in the family where the family members, love each other, but they had so much conflict, so they stopped speaking to each other. And then now one of them passed away, the other one sang, "We will no longer talk about the past, just chat and just say this one thing, one line, only one line," which is also the title of the name of the title of the song. Long time no see, and it rhymes. It doesn't rhyme in English translation, but it rhymes in the lyrics. Every single line it rhymes. It's so powerful song, but the thing is, it is just so plain. It's so peaceful. It's not like emotional singing. The song isn't emotional. The melody isn't like up and down, up and down. It's just really playing like a, kind of flat. But maybe that's why it's so popular. The song's been there for maybe 2 decades or 1 decade. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that singer. He's also super popular, and yeah, he's still out there. And the song is it's just so immersing. The emotions. You feel like you're there. I can imagine the pictures in my head. I can imagine the street. Everything's gray, and the street is a gloomy day, definitely. And there's a coffee shop at the end around the corner, and the person holding the picture walking towards the coffee shop, walking around in the gray city with few people. It's the end of autumn, beginning of winter, started to get cold, and it just is so. I have to sing it again. It doesn't have an intro because this is for beginners. 我来到你的城市，走过你来时的路，想象着你我的日子，你是怎样的孤独？拿着你给的照片，熟悉的那一条街，只是没了你的画面，我们回不到那天。你会不会突然的出现在街角的咖啡店？我会带着笑脸，挥手寒暄，和你坐着聊 只是说一句好久不见。And I'm singing more emotionally than the original singer. That singing he did was just playing flat, and it's perfect with also what the song is written, how it's written. It's written to be flat, to be a playing song, but actually all that emotions completely suppressed or knit, right? The right word, snitched under the lines. The melody is written in a 5-line, or how do you call it? Music line, the 5-line sheet music. It's written, all the emotions snitched beneath the lines, and it's I don't know how to describe it. It's so. I mean, it's been 17 minutes. It's No, I feel that even if I've never experienced anything like that in my life, but I can totally imagine all of this. I don't know how. Well, I can totally imagine any story happened around the song that the song would fit. I can all empathize completely and fully what that is like. It's just so sad, and I'm so grateful that I know about spirituality. Imagine people that live their life with the sadness and they don't have spirituality in their life. It's just sadness, and it's just sad, and oh my god. Sometimes I wonder if I came here just to experience all the sadness out there, because that's how my life's been. And you can say, if there are people that have super sensitive sense of taste and they're wine lovers and they taste the best wines in the world, that's their joy. For me, I'm like a professional sadness taster, because emotions for me, they're of different layers. Like sadness, I can feel this in this most profundity. I feel it inside of my body, inside of my core. I can feel it, and it's very beautiful. It doesn't feel good, but it's very beautiful. So even if I hate wine, but I totally understand what it's like to taste wine, to like wine. I understand how it's like. Well, it's interesting that I hate wine, but I use it all the time as a metaphor for me. And when I taste emotions, it's very, very rich taste, very deep and profound. It's a perfect metaphor. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing being me, and it's really. It's sometimes it's most of my life's been sad, or just this melancholic. It's been a sort of a theme of my life, a longing, a yearning, and I don't know how to describe it. The experience of being me. I can't say it's bad. I can't say it's good. It's very profound. Very, very. It's an experience. That's what I can say. It's an experience. And I am still young. Oh, I can't imagine that. Maybe I'll die soon. Who knows? It's an experience. It's been an experience. It's very. I want a whole of me expressed described clearly so people can understand what it's like all the emotions that I feel. I want them like somehow felt by others as well. That's what I want, and that's what I've never had, like someone in my life that could just feel everything that I've felt. Very subtle feelings, very, very subtle turns. Like only people with the best sense of taste would be able to taste those subtle beauty in that sip of wine. That's how I like when it comes to emotions, especially, sadness. I just can savor. I feel like I can savor everything. Not every single thing, I don't know. But a lot of the things that I could savor, I just feel like, I don't know, like I want my experience felt. I want my being felt and understood. I am so glad that it's no longer a dream. Spirituality is the best gift. Because what spirituality says is we're going through this shift, and at the end of it, people become psychic, and our feelings would be felt by each other. And that's just the best thing. That's what I want. And it's gonna happen within this lifetime. And not in decades, but right now, in a few years, within 1 decade, or even 5 years. And that's incredible. That's unbelievable. Very often I look at me, I look at my life, and I look at spirituality. I can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's real. I can't believe that, for example, Jesus exists. The first time I ever heard that it's possible that Jesus exists, I was like shocked. I remember I was still probably maybe in university or what. I read like they found the body wrapper of Jesus. Well, I was shocked. I said, "It's not possible. He's a legendary figure. He's not. He's made up. It's not a real person. It's a religious figure. How can they find the body wrapper of that person if it never existed before?" But they said they found this and that, and I didn't even dare to look into it because it was completely against my belief system. There's no way. I didn't want to look into it because that would just be. It was so uncomfortable seeing something that was totally against your belief system. I was not religious at all. I was not into anything religious. I was against it. I still am against most religions, all the religions that I know, and they talk about bullshit a lot. Back then, I was not spiritual at all, and I just didn't want to learn. And now I totally understand what it's like, actually, for people when I talk about spirituality with people, and they become so against it. I personally should perfectly understand it, but every time they do that, I just feel so angry. I said, "Why don't you be open-minded?" And well, I was like that. I was like them, so I should understand it. It feels very uncomfortable for them when you tell them something that's literally a direct hit onto their belief system. There's this huge dissonance in your cognition that you want to get rid of immediately, and the immediate way is to just ignore whatever that's said in front of you that's against your belief system. That's what they do. When I talk about these things to people, they are like, they just reject. It's not even about skeptical anymore. It's about just rejection. But they say they are being skeptical or they are being doubtful. It's actually just rejection. Because if you're really skeptical, you want to find out. You want to find out if it's true. But for them, it's like they're saying they're being skeptical, but what they do is like it's not true. What they do is it's not true, and I don't want to investigate it because I know it's not true. And that's not really skepticism at all. it's just rejection. It's but I understand because I experienced it myself, and still it makes me angry though because I think it's something really important. I want more people to know that this whole thing is real and just open up, open up. Yeah, you really can't ask someone to open up. Like if you go back to when I was 19 and you ask me to open up, like Jesus is real and out of body experiences are real, I would be like. I would be just really uncomfortable. I personally wouldn't go and investigate these things because I knew like the whole thing, not just me, but the whole world that I lived in, the whole society, everything I lived in was backing that belief system that I had too. And if I went and investigated, there's a risk that there's a risk that everything about those was true. Everything against my belief system was true. There's this risk there, the possibility there. So I want to avoid all of that at all costs. So I'm not going to get into it. I'm never going to investigate it. Like that's the attitude that people hold, no matter they're scientists or whatever. It's a very subconscious thing, so they aren't even aware of what they're doing. They just think, okay, I'm being skeptical. That can't be true. That's all bullshit. Only uneducated people believe in that, and you must be stupid to say these things. That's just all the labels they put. They throw all these labels at this thing so that it can just the negative labels could bury that whole thing, so that they would never get close to that. That's what they do. They call it whatever they call it, stupid, uneducated, or it's just pure myth. What's the word? Mythicism. And I'm not gonna look into all of that. They say it's all bullshit. Uneducated people are stupid. It's religious shit, bullshit, blah blah blah. Oh, religion and spirituality are literally two different things. People can be religious and be not spiritual at all. Actually, truly spiritual people aren't religious at all. Truly spiritual people do not need any religion because religions that we have, they are really super twisted, limited, and how to say stupid. But I can't use that word because you can't judge them because that's what it is. That's what it has to be right now. It's not something stupid. It's just what has to be, Like when you see a kid and they can't walk straight, they have to fall. You can't call that kid stupid. Well, it might appear stupid to you, but the thing is that's what the kid is right now. And he has to fall. He has to say stupid things. And it's not really stupid. It's just part of the process, So, oh man. I went too far. I was just talking about this song, but it's such a beautifully written song. It's the best song ever. Well, it's one of the best written songs in the world, Like, it's a piece of art. The melody, the lyrics, and the rhyme, and the style of it goes, like, the playing style of it perfectly shows, like, reflect, my English is not good enough to like find the perfect words and expressions to tell this to you, but you know what I mean. Like, I think I was singing it way too emotional than I should, but when I read these lyrics, I'm just doing it my way, okay? It's really beautiful. I don't even dare to play it again because it's just too immersive. I'll go and look at the next song, Go and look at the next one. Okay, thank you for listening to me. Thank you. See ya.